Hello there everyone, welcome to another episode here on Gorbad Ironclaw. And we begin actually with, well, on the previous episode I actually ended up the turn and they actually went and attacked me on Ragnik's Spiderclaw. And they have quite a lot of good units here. Not a massive lord, which is good for us because he's only level 5, which is excellent. And the reinforcements might take just enough time for me to adapt really well. And I think this is going to be an amazing battle just to demonstrate how you can actually deal with these sort of more elite Skaven armies with a spider army. And actually it's a really nice spider army already. I've been investing a lot of scrap on them, so let's showcase how it goes. I'm pausing the replay here just to showcase the deployment. So all my cavalry my spiders are actually vanguard, and they're hidden as well. So I want to just try and see how they will move, the AI will move. And that's the bait, because those are visible for him. And I'm going to try to move on that side, maybe to pick off some rattling guns. Some of the cavalry, of course, will try to do that. And hopefully as the reinforcements arrive, I'll have my own reinforcements reaching out and going through going through this area. If I can fight them in that area, they'll have the low ground and it actually helps me out. And this is a very good map for the kind of hectic maneuverability that's going to happen. So the idea here is that you're always going to have to be very mobile with a spider army. Just make sure that you're constantly checking whether or not they are engaging, if they're in trouble, and mainly just run from halberds and try to use your spider arrows against anything that would defeat you in melee, you know, like the halberds, for instance. And that's typically how you're going to do things. You can also swarm a halberd unit, but I wouldn't advise it unless it is severely diminished, like with some arrows and stuff. There's a lot of weapons themes here. This is the dangerous part, the warp grinders, because they can have that ability to stop me. So hopefully that won't cause too much trouble. And then some rattling guns, of course, which are always very powerful. So that's a difficult army that I want to just try picking apart. This is excellent. We just lured some of these Doom Flayers. That's excellent. That's why I'm using the spawning of the spiderlings, which is excellent. Just lures them away. He's coming in with the rat ogres first, and I think I can actually go for them really well. He's misusing one spell on those. That's excellent. I'm sending even Spiderclaw to fight the rat ogres. He's good against them. He's gonna be just fine. And the main idea is that I can get a few shots with my missiles before I charge in. And don't be afraid of charging in, even with spiders, because come on, these are ultra heavy spiders. And yeah, all my missiles are hitting on those halberds. Of course, it's important. And I'm trying to send some units. I think I'm sending actually the spider missile units on the back just to lure the fire from those weapons teams. And they do a good job of just trying to force them. You don't necessarily need to kill them, but you need to force them to keep moving. Because if they are moving, they're not firing. And if they are not firing, they're not doing their job. And here come the reinforcements, way too fast for me to have done considerable damage, but I still feel it's a good thing. Let me sip some coffee. On this flank, yes, another easy battle here against the Doom Flayers. Are the Doom Flayers? The Doom Wheels. What am I talking about? So yeah, on this flank, I've managed to hit some of the missile units, you know, just making sure that the enemy doesn't have a cohesive line and is not defending properly is so important. And now come the catapults. These are the problems. So I have to wait until the enemy infantry has cleared the catapults, you know, the reinforcements, so that I can send some units against them. And likely I'm going to send just some spider riders. But you can see how, for the most part, what I'm doing is just try to keep my armies moving, spread out, everything in my army is mobile, so that's the advantage. And you play like you would play, say, the Turks with, or the Mongols with a lot of skirmish cavalry, you know, or the Parthians in Rome 1, you know. I remember that, which is you just move around with your cavalry units, and once they have some units away, then that's your call. So here's some good action of goblins and orc boys against storm vermin and warp grinders, and that's just fine for us, because even though it's a good matchup for them, they're not taking out anything that's valuable. What is valuable in the Skaven arsenal is always their ranged units. So I'm sending in my missile spiders, because even the missile ones can do a good job in melee, especially against plate claw catapults. I mean, these are the archer hounds that I have, the wolf. And once you see it, it's like, okay, there's 2 units of missile infantry, or actually guns, that are here, and that's it. All that he has left is infantry. And when Skaven only has infantry left, you know, kind of like, look at that. There's like a rattling gun in the middle there, one that is halfway through there. And once they only have their infantry, it's so much better. So my archer units, they're actually on an angle. It seems like they're not doing anything. They're actually firing on an angle so that they miss my own forces. These warp grinders and plague monks, they're perfect for my spiders with missiles. And yeah, these battles can become really difficult to control. So if needs be, one recommendation that I give is just you just go to the edge of the map to reform your units, and then rethink what you're going to do. Okay? So you can send like a couple of groups, one to one side, one to another, and then it has to be the AI to decide where to go, and he'll make mistakes. The AI always does a few mistakes, always leaves missile units unprotected, and you're seeing how that is working. The catapults are done. I actually managed to get the Warplock Master there with my some hatchlings and my legendary hero. And this is how you do it. If I'm gonna straight up fight, you're not gonna go through these guys. You know, these are storm vermin. They will fight for a long time, and if I just send my spiders in, they will die. But what you do is just you pick and prod. You know, like scooping in. There's this allegory of using, like, when you eat an ice cream, you don't bite on it unless you're crazy or you have perfect teeth. But what you do is you scope around the edges. So that's what you do with such an army, at least until I have the massive Arachnarok spiders with flingsters, you know, which is super cool. And now whole enemy army is routing, and it's time for my spiders to just eat a little bit more. It's rat meat for the menu, some rat burgers for you. Wow, that rat jumped really far. And as you can see, I lost nothing, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't lose a single unit there. So that's how you do it. It's definitely not a valiant defeat, as it was saying. It's a close victory. And I mean, look at the numbers on those guys and the quality of those. So yes, of course, I did have my secondary walk army, but this could have been done still with just the settlement garrison reinforcing, you know, likely. And I mean, he loses nearly everything he has been building up for, like good units on low quality lords. So this is just perfect for this campaign to go even smoother. And I need it, because Clan Ritus is likely, you know, Tretch is likely to betray us very soon. And we're still at war with Ungrim, who's coming in, and God knows what he's been using. Okay, a settlement garrison, and that's mostly Skaven slaves, but they have some powerful units there. I could try and fight it and maybe pick off some of the low quality units, but I think even, yeah, I think I can even just out-resolve. They'll likely control the place, and then I'll move in. Yeah, this is not even a minor settlement. That was good. Oh, and they're trying to go for this one, and it gives me a Pyrrhic victory. Okay, here's Auto Resolve helping me out. Well, to be fair, it's mostly Skaven slaves. So those guys, I mean, I would send the trolls against them, and they will just rout and die by the hundreds. So yeah, that was good. I would do the same outcome likely on 2 settlement battles. Kind of sad now because I haven't shown done a small settlement battle in a long time. So prioritizing the red line skills, yes. I mean, look at those spiders. They still didn't have red line skills. That's all Snagla, giving the buffs. Okay, let's go for this. And now what do I want? That's excellent. Anything that stops movement is amazing. Summon when units will not degrade. That's good. I really want the ambush success chance and the stalking chance. I mean, it's crazy. It's so good. But I'm going to go for this because once I get to recruit powerful units, once I get to recruit a little bit more the units, the better. Okay, I want the net them up. No, the Web Weaving. Oh, it's on cooldown. Okay, it's on cooldown. And net them up, that would be nice if I had a goblin, actually. But yeah, those 2 armies, they're on retreat. I can't catch them all. And I'll see the difference. Like, with that defense, I'm doing so well. Ungrim is here, near Karazakarek. I kind of want them to capture the pillars of Grumgri. And there's likely going to be someone attacking Karakdron, and I don't have too much here. I need a hero. I need a hero. Yeah, I need a hero, very cheap one, just to give me some control local enemy. This is good. Gives me ambush success chance, So I just want him to check. I don't want any surprises. I need him as a scout. Scouting is so important, guys. So important. So the scrap gain is nice, but I'm going to reserve the money for eventually having to recruit units and stuff. It's so good that I have the Wog army, so I have to engage Ungrim with the Wog armies. I think I should recruit those maybe on the next turn. I'm going to recruit those ROR units. And yeah, let me fight against these guys. This one cannot flee, so it's perfect. Yeah, decisive victory. I cannot resolve this one, but I like to manually fight so to ensure that I don't have too many casualties, and that was the case. And it also gives me a little bit more XP sometimes. So this is perfect, actually. I can see this army going straight up to Spite Peak, even to going straight up to Spite Peak. And Ragnik now has the clearance to go against that fort, and that's perfect, actually. And Ardus Nails, that's excellent. And we're gonna go with the Spiderweb attack, and then... Oh, I need 3 skill points. Okay, that's cool. Let's go Web Weaving in the next turn. Yeah, he can in camp. It's perfect. Overall, this is going so well. I mean, I'm being able to attack and take out a lot of clan wars. I was expecting a lot of issues against clan wars because they're really great at hitting my, getting some ambushes done. And I've managed to avoid them, but you've seen how difficult it is to, you gotta scout them. Gotta move in with some ambush success chance, defense success chance. Okay, let's destroy this. Should I get? I can get some scrap and research for the time being, but no, I'm gonna scrap that. I need some defenses. Need some gold too. Oh, I got the colossal squig as well. Get back here. There we go. And they're gonna get the Fate of Urna. That's excellent on some units that just won't die. Cause fear is always great. I never know if I should put it on a hero, because sometimes there's these skills that you shouldn't, because they are ineffective, Okay, I'm getting a tier 3, a tier 2 garrison. I want a tier 3 garrison there. And I'm definitely gonna have troubles here. Yeah, let me go build that up. Should I? It's not because I want the snotlings, but I have enough money here. And definitely need to upgrade some stuff. Oh, this is going a tier 4. Should I recruit a new lord? No, I cannot. Has to be this guy. And this is the bad part, that this guy doesn't have a structured army, basically. It's just the remnants of what I have. You know, it's mainly just one archer unit and that's it. This one has a proper army. You know, I kind of like how it is. I still have some units to split, but I'm waiting for tier 5. So, I mean, that's for tier 3, that's perfect army to use. As you've seen, fighting against those Skaven. So Crooked Moon is nearly dead. Clan Moors has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 here and there, and 5. That's perfect. I think I can take this in like a couple of turns, and then reinforce against the Skaven. Not quick stretch. Likely we're gonna go against stretch. Likely we're gonna go against Nurgle. And that's the biggest problem, is that I don't want to. I want to go into the Badlands. But by the time that I reach that point, I'll likely be fine to expand into several directions. And I know that against Ungrim it's difficult, but it will give me the edge to later go into the Empire as well. You know, it will give me some borders against the Empire. I'm not going to grow there because I want the port. Yeah, there we go. And I still have some money. I can always cancel some buildings if I need. Yeah, there's some buildings here. I can always cancel some buildings if I need to build up some more units. And I gotta consider all those territories there. I can always maybe give to Tretch if he declares war. It's always a good way of, hey, just stop attacking me. But that'll be on the next episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.